British pounds USD on the daily chart close on a resistance level. Seeing price on this resistance level shows a sign of bearish trend for the British pounds USD on the daily chart. So long we have price on this resistance level, we expect price to do a retest, then see further push for the British pounds USD down on the daily chart. So let's look at the structure of the British pounds USD on the daily chart. You can see that we have a lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We expect the British pounds USD based on the structure for price to continue to push higher after the retest. So what we'll do now, let's check the weekly time frame of the British pounds USD. If the weekly time frame supports any possible buying opportunity, because we have the option structure. So let's check the British pounds USD on the weekly chart to know where we're expecting price to go this new week. So this next week, we expect price to continue to drop on the British pounds USD, because you can see from my weekly chart, we have price close on this resistance level on the British pounds USD. So long price fail to break above this weekly resistance level, we expect price to come lower before we look for any possible buying opportunity on the British pounds USD. So we expect price to move to this next support level on the weekly chart this coming week. So next week we expect price to do a retest back up for price to collect supply before we see further push to this next support level on the weekly chart. So let's go back to our daily chart to look at the area of selling opportunities. So for us to sell the British pounds USD on the daily chart, we need price to convert this support into resistance. So we expect price will go below it, retest before we can start looking for a selling opportunity from this level. After price has converted this resistance into support, we wait for price to convert this resistance into support, this support into resistance for look out for selling opportunity on the British pounds USD to this weekly support level on the British pounds USD. So let's look at the DXY. DXY on my daily chart still have an inner structure for uptrend. You can see we still have this higher high, then we have a lower high, we have a lower high, we have a lower high. So long we have this series of lower high, the DXY still remain on a downtrend. These higher lows are all inner structure of the DXY. So long we have this higher lower inner structure of the DXY, we expect price to break out of this high before we look for any possible strong momentum for buying opportunity to the top. So let's look at the weekly time frame of the DXY. On my weekly time frame, you can see that price is currently on a support level. We have price at this support level. So long as we have price at this support level, this indicates price reversal for the DXY. So long we have price on this support level, we expect price to continue to push higher. We expect price to move to this next resistance level. So we expect price to collect supply before we look for any buying opportunity on the DXY, which means we expect price to do a retest of this support zone. Then we'll see price pushing higher for the DXY. So we're expecting DXY to move to this next strong resistance level on the weekly chart. So a break of this resistance will see further uptrend for the DXY this next week. So let's look at the daily charts of the DXY to look at what area we expect to buy from. Currently, the DXY is currently on the support region. So we can look at a buying opportunity on the DXY from this level to this next resistance level. So that is for the DXY. So let's look at the EURUSD. EURUSD on my daily chart still currently on a daily resistance level. So long we have price on this daily resistance level, we expect price to continue to push lower. You can see we have a higher high, then we have this inner structure lower high, and price break a key level. So long price break out of this range, we still expect the EURUSD to continue to push lower. You can see from my charts here, we have this inner structure lower low, higher low, higher low. And price has tested the low of this inner social higher low. So we expect price to push lower this next week and retest, then we'll see further downtrend movements. So let's look at the weekly chart. If the weekly chart supports the euro move next week. So on my weekly chart, we still have price close on a resistance level on euro USD. So long we have price close on a resistance level on euro USD, we expect price to continue to push lower. So all we expect this coming week, we expect price to collect supply, then we'll see further push for euro USD to the downside. So we expect price to do a retest of this region, then we'll see further push of price back to the downside. So price needs to move to this next weekly support level. So we'll see have a strong support level at this level. So we need price to test this level. If price breaks this level, we expect further downtrend. But if price fail to break it, we see price resumption back to uptrend. So let's go back to the daily chart of euro USD so that we look at where we expect price to buy from. So we expect price to sell from. So on the daily chart, we expect price to take this supply, then we'll see further push to the downside. So look at your selling opportunity on the euro USD this next week. So let's look at our next pair, which is the Australia USD. But before we look at the Australia USD, if you are new to the channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for more trading tips and analysis. Then please like this video for the algorithm to support pushing this video to others. So let's continue with our weekly analysis. So Australia USD on my weekly chart, Australia USD on the daily chart still on a range. We still have a sideways trend on Australia USD. So long we still have this sideways trend on Australia USD, we have no decision on Australia USD this week. All we expect price to break below this level before look out for any possible decision on Australia USD this coming week, which is next week. So let's look at the weekly chart of the Australia USD. On my weekly chart, we see price on a resistance, also price on a support level. So we have no decision on Australia USD this week yet, this next week here. So we wait for Australia USD to give us a clear scenario for where we expect price to go this coming week. So let's look at the gold USD. Gold USD on my daily chart still have a downtrend structure, which we have a higher high, we have a lower high, lower high. And currently we see our price on this daily support level. So long we have price on this daily support level, we might be seeing reversal of price back to this resistance level. So if price break this upper resistance level, we might be seeing uptrend reduction for the gold USD. So once price move to this region and break this high, we expect price to continue to push higher. So let's look at the weekly chart of the gold USD. On my weekly chart, you can see price rejected from this weekly support level. So we might be seeing price moving back to this supply before we do any further activity. So we expect gold USD to continue to buy this week because we have this price rejected from this support level on the weekly chart. So, but if price fail to break above this high, we may still expect a price push lower back to this next support level on the gold USD. So our scenario for this week, we will remain neutral until we see price above this level before we look for any possible buying for gold USD. We set price to come to this area, retest gold, look for any possible buying for gold USD. Then if price break below this support, we expect price to retest, then we look for selling opportunity for the gold to this next weekly support level. If you find this weekly analysis helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Then don't forget to share this video to your loved ones. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video.